Please help me. I don't know what to do. Please, you must stop. Listen to me. You have come to Hadran's caravan for the games, yes? The gambling? My hand is missing. I fear the worst, and I do not know what to do. He is my mate, my life partner. He came to the caravan to bet on the games, to win gold so that we could make a life together. Foolish Tan. No coin is worth his life. His father and sister joined me in the search and told me of a woman named Azum. She works for Hadran himself. Might even know where my boy has gone, but would not speak to us. Please, will you try to speak to her? I can see the benevolence of Srendar in your eyes. Thank you. Who can say why a man in love does anything? We have spoken about our plans over the last few years. What we want to do with our lives. Tan grew restless, tired of waiting for tomorrow to come. Our dream, do not laugh, please. Tan's father, Mozag, is a cook, and a very accomplished cook. My Tan is a good cook as well, and I have always wanted to run a business. We spoke of opening our own tavern, making Mozag proud. You have not heard of Hadran? His reputation is one of darkness and cruel claws. They say he trades in slave flesh and skooma, that he makes deals with spies and traitors. I worry my sweet Tan is in over his head.
Welcome to Hadran's Caravan. I'm Azum. I manage the games and the tavern. What can I do for you? You'll have to excuse me. I make it a policy not to discuss what guests have come to the caravan or what they do here. We value the privacy of our clients, you know. Ah, I understand. I'd like to help, but, you know, perhaps some of the game runners may have seen him. If you were to speak to them, maybe spend some coin, perhaps, they may recall this kitten. It's what I'd do, if I were you. Let's see. Dulan espies many things from his position at the Lizard racetrack, and most people that come to the caravan watch the spike ball races, so Bunal is a good bet. Kaba up at the troll ring has a keen eye for newcomers.
The next race is about to begin. Place your bets. Remember, the fine line between winning and losing is the finish line. Now is not the time for questions. Now is the time for betting. Place your bet on one of these fine lizards. Winners get fed, losers feed us. Right into the stew pot. After the race is finished, we can discuss your friend. You question my skill at cooking? This one stew is known for yards around. But, maybe you have a suggestion? An exotic recipe? Tand. Ah, yes. Dulan remembers him now. Yellow braids, younger. He was here. He lost many coins, then got into the moon sugar rum. Sad state of affairs. Oh, Of this I am sure. But if Hadran heard about this, well, the boss doesn't mind drinking, and he has a certain patience for owing. But drunks that owe a lot of coin tend to disappear. They are hard on the peace and bad for business. Who can say? Dulon never sees them again. Now go. This one has races to run.
You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at Spikeball, the sport of champions. You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at Spikeball, the sport of champions. Why look when you have found your new calling. Spikeball is the most exciting new sport in all of Tamriel. You will be hero to all. Perhaps you do not understand. Bunal is running a business here. He must run a match. Perhaps after the match, Bunal will be more willing to discuss this Tand person. But only after the match. Yes, Bunal likes your style. The game is simple. You must run the course and beat the other runners to the finish line. Each of you will carry 3 spike balls. These you can use to throw at your opponents, to stun them and slow them down. Ready, set, spike ball!
Yeah, I was trying to run out of stamina. This isn't good.
You fly like the wind and hurl like a giant. If you were to consider a career in Spikeball, this one would be pleased to be your manager. I remember your Tand. Yes, he was a fierce runner. Great speed. Very powerful. Spikeball? No, he was terrible at Spikeball. Hadran's men were chasing him. I have never seen such an athlete. This one thinks a Spikeball or two would have served him well.
Witness a diabolical duel of death and destruction. Place your bets. 2 terrifying titans face off in a bloody battle of bulk. Welcome to the Troll Arena. Kaba has no interest in talking of troublemakers. All she speaks of are bets and trolls, winners and losers. Perhaps if you were to bet, she would remember a loser named Tand.
Intimidate me, you won't either.
It was you who stopped the Colovians? Out of respect for what you did at Arenthia, you may ask your questions, but be quick. I have much to attend to. Kaba remembers him. He bet and bet until he lost all his gold, crawled into the bottle. Azum heard of his losses, and his drinking and his debts. He might have even heard from Kaba. Who can say? She has tried to warn troublemakers off in times past, before Hadran can get his claws on them. This one does not know, and she does not want to know. Hadran makes troublemakers and debtors disappear. Kaba is not so curious about their fate that she would risk sharing it.
I've been looking for you. Hadran would like a moment of your time. I wouldn't talk like that in front of Hadran. In my experience, prophecies like that have a way of fulfilling themselves. You brought this attention on yourself. Show a bit more subtlety, and you might just live through this day. Smartest thing you've said today. Yes, I'm taking you to Hadran. Mind what you say to him, and keep your guard up. And don't trust him. I certainly don't.
I don't think you scare me either. Or that Hadran will scare me. As he won't. So far worse than him. Far better too.
Let me explain how things work around here.
You think you scare me, little boy? You don't scare shit.
For our little operation to work, everybody's got to watch everybody else. The dealers watch the players, the game bosses watch the dealers, and Azum watches the managers. Me? I watch everybody. But today, I'm watching you. Let me tell you about Tom. When he won, he collected. When he lost, he borrowed. When the well ran dry, he whined. He owes me a lot of gold. If I forgave the debts of every whiner with a sob story, I'd be out of business. Of course he's still alive. Dead men don't pay debts. We made a deal, him and me. He's working it off. Doing a little heavy lifting around the camp. And when he gets used up, I'm going to sell him. He doesn't know about that part yet. Why not? Come on, big shot. I'll take you to him myself.